Hey everybody, Richard with Local Leads. Hey, I wanted to bring you a really quick video today for all of you that are brand new to LinkedIn. I know we've had a lot of questions from many of you that are wondering what you should be doing. Should I be logging into LinkedIn? Should I be answering messages? What do I really need to do on a daily basis, and what our team is going to take care of for you? So what we're going to cover today are just a couple of things. One, we're going to cover what you need to be doing every day on LinkedIn. And then we're also going to be covering what our team is actually going to be in your account doing on a daily basis. So the first thing we're going to talk about, though, is the goal of the program. Okay, so the goal of this program is to expand your network of centers of influence. Okay, and when we mean centers of influence, we mean people that are interacting with your clients or prospective clients on a daily basis, okay? And so in your case as a property and casualty agent, your best referrals tend to come from loan officers, mostly because loan officers are funding the loans that they're and helping those clients buy houses. And when somebody buys a house, they need a home insurance quote. If they didn't have home insurance before, and maybe they just need a lower insurance quote if they already have a home and they're just upgrading or buying a new one. So what we want to do with this program is most insurance agents that we speak with have only a handful, and when I mean a handful, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a handful of referral partners that are loan officers that they really even know. And those people, that handful of loan officers, might not even send them referrals. It's just those are who, if I asked you how many referral partners do you have that are loan officers, you might be able to count 5 off the top of your head. So what we want to do is we want to network you with every single loan officer in your city, okay? So instead of having just a handful, you have several hundred loan officers that not only know who you are, but you're starting to develop relationships with. And if you think about the power of that over a long period of time, if instead of having just a handful of referral partners, you have 20 or 30 or 40 that you're actively working with on a monthly basis, that's when you start really getting a good volume of referrals, instead of it being just this hit and miss kind of, I hope I might get a referral this month or this week, right? So the first thing that I want to do, now that we've kind of framed what our goal is I'm going to cover what our team is actually going to be doing inside of your account each day, okay? So every day, what our job for you, or our goal for you, is to grow your network of loan officers, develop those conversations with the loan officers, and then set appointments, okay? So that's what our team is going to be inside your account doing. So I'm going to show you really quickly just how really simple this is, what we'll actually be doing. So we're going to be in your account every day, and we're going to go right up here, and we're going to actually type in loan officer, okay? And there's a lot of different titles that somebody could use as a loan officer, mortgage broker, things like that. But for now, we're just going to keep it real simple. So we're just going to hit loan officer and hit enter. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a list of loan officers in my town, but if we're in your account, it'll bring them up in your town. So we go ahead and click on people, and it's just going to give us a big list of people that we could connect with, right, or message. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming in here, clicking on these loan officers that are in your town, and clicking on it and clicking connect, adding a nice note that might say, hey Sean, I'm expanding my network on LinkedIn. Would you be open to connecting? Right? And then sign your name, Richard. So basically what we do is we send these invitations off to people and ask them to connect. Now, as those people become connections are when my team will actually jump into your messaging and actually respond to those messages. So we'll actually jump in there and thank the people. So this person right here, they just became a connection. We would say something like, thanks for connecting. We'll send that back to them. And then what we'll do is a few days later is when we'll actually reach out and start developing that conversation with them, and then end up prospecting them for a referral partner partnership, okay? So that's the basics of what my team is going to be in there doing on a day-to-day basis for you and your group, okay? So what we want to talk about is we want to talk about the things that we need you to do on a daily basis, okay? So as you can see, as we're kind of going through and showing you what we're going to be doing, or our team is going to be doing for you, you can kind of see a lot of this, or a lot of LinkedIn looks very similar to Facebook. Okay, it's just a social media platform. And so with that being said, in order to make this really be effective, okay, so we got to go back to the goal. The goal is to build a network of referral partners that will send you business. Okay, in order to do that, LinkedIn is just one small piece of that, developing the relationship with that person. So, but the first place it starts is LinkedIn. So as we're chatting with these new connections, they want to see that you're actually active on LinkedIn as well. So that way they kind of get to know you, like you, trust you. So the things that we need you to do are to be social. And I know that's kind of broad, so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of break down a few things that you guys could be doing every day on LinkedIn to really be social, right? And we want LinkedIn to think that, you know, we're just not out there spamming the world. We want them to think, hey, we're actually providing some value as well. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is if you have a smartphone, the first thing I would encourage you to do is to download the app on either Android or Apple. You can go to the Apple iStore or the store for Androids, just download it and then log into your account. Having it on your phone for a lot of us makes it very convenient because we can get in there in a split second. You know, if we have just a few minutes, we don't have to go sit down at a computer, log in, and then kind of try to be social. We can just, you know, pull it right out of our pocket, and there it is. So I would encourage you, if you don't have the app, go ahead and download the app and go ahead and log in on your phone. So a lot of this will become a little bit easier, okay? So what we want to talk about is how active is. So how often do you really need to log in? We encourage all of our clients to log in about 2 to 3 times a day, okay? If you really are not usually overly social on social media or on any other platforms, you know, 2 times a day is just fine. So if you logged in the morning when you got to work and maybe, you know, midday, 3 o'clock or so before you left, just to kind of wind things down, take a look and see what's happening, that would be fantastic, okay? So while you're on LinkedIn, a lot of people ask, well, what do I do? So what we're going to do on this screen share real quick is actually show you what you could be doing. So as you can see on this layout, when you log in, you're on your feed every day. And this is really where you can be social. So what we encourage you to do is, as you're on LinkedIn, scrolling through some of these posts and you see something that, you know, might catch your attention, you could like it, right? Or you could even comment, you know, it looks cold. Right? Something really super simple. You don't have to be a super conversationalist. It just needs to, you know, go in there and be social. And so what we need you to do is go in every day and like a few posts, you know, maybe between, let's say 5 to 7 posts a day. And then maybe going through and commenting a few times, maybe on 2 or 3 posts a day. Okay, so that would be the first step in being social. Number 1, obviously download it on your app so that it makes it simple, but just going in there and liking and sharing different types of posts, commenting on different types of posts that, you know, you might engage with. Other things that you can do is, as you're going through here, a lot of times there will be articles that you can write, other things people are reading about. A lot of people like to read those. Apple Blocks, Facebook Research app, you know, things like that. Just articles that you know, you could be reading. And really, again, this is just finding things that might interest you, sharing them, liking them, so that way you look a little more social. And here's the thing, is when, as your new connections become connections with you and get to know you, they're going to be on their feed as well. And so when they're scrolling down their feed during the day or at night, on their phone or maybe on their desktop, and they see that you liked one of their posts or maybe commented on their posts, or maybe you made a post yourself, which we would encourage you to do as long as it's compliant. You know, check with your sales leaders. But posting out there allows them to kind of get to know you. It keeps you top of mind because they see your face one more time, right? So those are kind of the basics of what we really need you guys to be doing. We'll be taking care of, like I said, growing your network and engaging with that network through messaging. But the being social aspect is something that we can't really replicate for you. That's kind of personal. So going in there, liking, sharing things, commenting on on things that interest you are really ways that you could be helping us on a day-to-day basis. So if anybody has any types of questions, go ahead and reach out or reach out to your sales leader or your agency owner, and they can get in touch with us as well. So if you have any questions, reach out, or else we'll talk to you in the next video.